Hello, everybody. My name is Tarek, and this is the stream where we mix Guilty Gear. It's part 11, I think. So we're gonna mix Guilty Gear, Holy Orders, the cover, right? And we have reached last stream the automation stage. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna carry on with the automation stage. And I haven't listened to the track since then, so what we'll do, we'll give the track a listen, and we'll see if there is anything that needs to be improved. I'm gonna be writing down some stuff as we go when it comes to automation, because I just want to finish the automation, the level automation of the orchestra, so that we can move into actually mixing it. And I might use a lot of Cubase's native plugins, just because the session is already clogging in terms of like CPU. So I might just use some of Cubase stuff, especially for the individual tracks, maybe on the groups. As I said, like last stream, I want to try the Control Hub by STL, just to try a preset on the groups. But other than that, I think we have everything set up. Right, so what we're gonna do, let's just listen to the sections that we automated so far and see if we need to do any adjustments. So we've done the solo 2 and we've done the organ. Okay, so let's start with the organ and see what we have. If there are any notes, I'll write them down. Okay, I think some of the levels are good, some of them are a little bit off, but the thing is they will sit better once we EQ them, and then we might do some minor adjustments here and there. All right, let's move to the other sections of the track, and what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna immediately let's actually what I was gonna do, I was just gonna go to the strings and just add some EQ right now. I'm thinking let's carry on with the same pace that we're doing, and then we'll do some mixing. So we've got, what do we have? We've got these three, and we've got the trumpets and the woodwinds. Right, I'm contemplating which one should I go for. Like my gut feeling is telling me just do at least the low end, and that will make a lot of stuff sit well. And then maybe you can go back and just do like some, high end boost or something like this. So I just might do that very quickly. So this is gonna be post. Okay, let's go to this strip. Okay, the strip is Yeah, so okay, so it's already post. That's fantastic. So if we go here, I want to put the EQ before comp. Now let's go to the EQ and just I go to these strings here and see if we can just remove some low end. For some reason, I think when I printed this, these were triggered by staccato. I think these were not triggered well. I mean, I can, if I want to go inside and just take this and just chop it and just put it here, especially because this guitar solo is extended opposed to here. Like, I think the guitar solo 2 here is just from here to here, while the extended version is all the way, right? So I can do some chop, but I think I'm just gonna choose to live with it now. And okay, so with that being said, let's just quickly do this one. Okay, fantastic. So now we've got these two. I'm thinking of doing a little bit of panning to them, not a lot. So maybe I don't want to go all the way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put this L25 and this R25. Just a little bit of panning. Also, what I can do if I want, I can just automate this panning. Because what's happening is that these are the high strings. So in other segments, like here, for example, I don't want them to be panned R25. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it as C. And I'm going to put this as C as well. And I'm just going to do this at guitar solo 2. So both instances. So let's go to the first instance, guitar solo 2 here. And then what we're going to do, these are soloed, so that's fantastic. I'm going to click right, and we're going to play, and then I'm going to pan as it plays, and it's going to write the automation. Then we'll fix the timing of it. So let's go. Yeah, fantastic. Now it's written, so we remove the right section, but now, as you can see, Cubase opened up for us the panel, so we don't have to search for it anymore. So we'll just remove these points. This one, the one after, and the one after. We bring this to here, and then we bring this here, and we say the value. We don't want it all the way. So actually, let's try it all the way and go back just like as an experiment. But here we do the same. That's the volume. Don't touch that. This is the panning. Bring this here. Delete this nonsense. And then bring this here. Delete this nonsense. Okay, so this is maximum R, maximum L. Let's see how that sounds. I think a little bit of volume is lost because the full, you know, each one lost a ton of volume because it's already panned. So remember, these tracks are stereo, and violins normally are recorded in a stereo field. So by doing that, right, we've kind of like messed up the. We messed up the pan. Now there is also another trick I was thinking about right now while I was talking. I can actually, there is a feature in Cubase where I can actually flip the panning for one section, and this way, since the violin are already panned normally to the left, on one track they would be to the right already, and then we keep the pan, and it'll give you that stereo field. Like if I turn the read off on this and the read off on this, I think we will be able to hear them louder just because now they haven't lost volume. Okay, so it's either reads both of them or not. Okay, no worries. So yeah, I can do that. I can chop this, and then I think if you go to audio processes, stereo flip, right? So I can do, if I want, I can go to the high strings here and be like, only for guitar solo 2, can you flip the stereo? Actually, let me put this back at C. Let me unread this for now. Put it at C. I just want to see if it's actually what's the balance like. So as you can hear, it's pretty stereo already. So I mean, flipping it will do some effect, but we might as well. So okay, let's do it, because I've never actually flipped the stereo field for violins before. This is obviously so wrong according to the books, if you may. Let's go to the split, right? And let's just go from here to here. Wait. Okay. Wait, put this at 16. No, wait, what about 32? Okay, cool. So if I click here, and if I go U, come here, we're gonna do something unnatural to the violin, but who cares? We want to create like a great sounding thing. So we go to processes and we say, hey, stereo flip, boom. Are you sure this project contains? Hence, I use the same audio material. Click new version. Yeah, okay. New version. Right, yeah, we only want to apply to this. Okay, makes sense. Right, so that's guitar solo 2 here, and obviously we've got guitar solo 2 extended here. So that starts from, let's zoom in, right here. But, actually, let's cut it from here. Okay. Where did we cut it here? I hope I didn't. Ah, you fool. Alright, can I do this? Yes. Alright. We don't want any pops, obviously. And we don't want any pops here. Cool. I mean, this could have had actually its own track, like this. Okay, no worries. Now we come to this one, and it goes all the way until... Okay, cool. Up until here. Let it fade out till here. Does it play anything? Oh, it doesn't play anything. I can just select this as it is. All right, audio, processes, and stereo flip. Again, do you want new version? Fantastic. And you go here and you just get rid of any pops. Done. All right, remove this. I don't know why this is coming up. I think this is like the setting for it and stuff, but we just want the straightforward version. Let me just change the scene to this one. This is better, right? Like that. So yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Cool. So let's see now with the automation what will happen. We put read on the automation. And now let's go play this section right here. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear this, that there is a little bit of a delay, and this is because it's two different libraries, right? And this has been compensated for, while this is not. And this is actually very interesting, because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to every phase. Yes, so here, as you can see, I think this was Audio Imperia, but although I've put compensation, it wasn't compensated for properly. So what I think this is more on the beat than Audio Imperia, because this has the attack of the bow, right? So the transient probably starts here. So if I put... I think this is, yeah, this is more on time than this one. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna be cheeky. And I'm glad I zoomed into this. And I think this is only happening because we flipped the stereo image. So I'm gonna say, don't use the grid for now. Just put this here type of thing. Right, and then with this one, just move everything a little bit. I think you need to cut the end. So let's cut Let's go up to here. I need to fade everything out, by the way. And let's just back and see how that sounds. Wait. Oh, remove this. I think this is good, like that. I'm gonna leave it like this. All right, put the grid back. Okay, we got distracted from automation a little bit just to kind of get these things sorted. Let's just see where the volume stands. Okay, did we put some EQ on this? We did. Oh no, we didn't? Oh no, we did on this one. Yes, we did. All right, so let's just increase it by 1 dB, and then I don't want to play with it more than that, so I'm just gonna do this, put it at 1. Oh, sorry, put it from here at 1, and then this, put it at 1. Okay, that's good. Fantastic. Okay. Do we have push on them? I think we need to add a little bit of distortion. But this limiter has the push feature. Okay, so if I added like 20% push, I think because we added it to the to the brass. Okay, the little bit distortion is fantastic on this. Okay, so I think this section, what does this section have other than this? Obviously synth we're not gonna touch right now. We're only doing orchestra, trumpet and all of that stuff we already automated, and I think the levels are good. I'm just gonna move to another section now. We've also done the organ section, so let's just go and see that. Okay, so the horns are a little bit loud. Here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do something. Just before we get distracted, I made the change here. I need to make the change here. Did I make the change here as well? Oh, this, yeah, I applied it to everything. What about here? I don't think I've made it here. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, good. This is 0? Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, organ solo. Okay, which one did the... Okay, so I think that's the trombones. What about this one? What this the trumpets are? Okay, so the trombones, because they're a little bit distorted anyway, they're a little bit loud. So what we're gonna do is, let me just close this. This is really distracting me, the band. We don't need the band right now. Please close the band. Just want to focus on the orchestra. Okay, harps, keep the harps open. But yeah, the bands, because the horns are same color as the drums or similar colors, keep getting distracted by them. Okay, or not distracted, confused. Okay, so here, what do we have? Trombones. So open this up. We have an increase of 3 dBs. I don't think this is needed. I think let's try to delete this and see if we can still hear the staccato. Yeah, like it's still really audible. Like I can any unnecessary loudness and where we can still hear it, I don't think we need it to be that loud. So if we need it to be as loud enough just to hear it and no more. So let's go to -2. I think that's a little bit extreme because now I've reduced it by 5 dBs. Oh, 1 second, did I delete the previous automation? Okay, we don't want to delete it. Just get this and make it -2. Okay, so let me see. And this. Okay. Okay. What about the trumpets? I don't think the trumpets are doing the staccato. Yes, they're not. So it's only these two. So okay, so for example, this I think needs to be a little bit louder because it was on a better level. Does the trombone do this phrase as well? No, it's only the horns. But I can hear it on the right as well. Something else is doing. It's probably some strings. Yes, it's strings, yeah. Okay, but let's focus on this now, so. So for these staccatos, I'm just gonna take the horns and tell them just to be quiet a little bit. So we'll take from here, we'll go down a little bit, and then actually before we go down, we'll put phrase here, dot here. Then we just mark this and say go down. It's easier. And we want it. How much was this? This is -2. Let it go down by another 2. So let's put -4. See how it is now. So for example, here the strings and these are too loud. I think the strings are even louder than the horns. So let's do this. Oh, this is the center. No, 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 no. 1 second. Center. This is... I've done the panning a little bit. Okay, okay, before we automate, I think there's a... I think the panning... Yes, the panning should start from here. This is wrong. So the panning should start from right here. Right here. And come here. No, 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 wait. Don't mess it up. Don't. You too. Jesus. There's none of this. Alright. You, come here. Okay, what is this? This is center. Cool. Okay. Alright. So, obviously now it's panned correctly. And the ensemble is not. So, let's just fix this quickly. I'm gonna put this at 1. You come over here. You come over here. Okay, what value is this? This needs to be center. No, even here. Okay. Value center. Cool. We don't need here at all. Okay, this phrase is obviously too loud. And both on the brass, on the strings, and I think on the strings more. So I'm gonna just take this. And, okay, we don't need to see you anymore. Wait, did we do it on the other section of the solo when it repeats before? I don't think we did. But let's just focus on this. So this is the volume here. What was it? It was 3.5. Jesus. Okay, so we need to make it 0.5. Why was the volume 3.5 here? I'm actually gonna put the entirety of this. Take this off. Forget about this. And here, 0. Okay, I get this, but not like that. So what we need to do is go to this 0. We don't need this. We need one here, and we need this to be 0. That is what we want. Okay, trombones. Here, you need to go louder a little bit. I'm just gonna do it as I hear it, yeah? So this is -2, go back to 0. Oh, we've done the horns by mistake. No, we don't need that. We need the trombones. Okay, I think the entirety of this section... What level is this? This is 0, okay. So the entirety of this section needs to go back to 0 from here. Let's put this at 0. Happy days. It's here. Oh, we muted this. We don't want to mute it. Okay, I think from this section onward 0 is good. But I think for here, I'm gonna put this to be... Hey, to be 2, and then it fades down to 0 here. Even maybe more, let's put 3. I want basically the stereo balance to be correct. If we go as far as 4... Fading out doesn't seem like it's working. So let's just do a fixed 4. There's also this is getting closer to what we want. There's also the idea of reducing the horns again, because we want to just steer away from adding more volume. So let's reduce this by 2 dB here. So -4, for example. It's still audible, so that's fine. Let's get -5. Yeah, let's see how that sounds. Too loud, this section here, too loud. Again, these are just decorative effects, they shouldn't be... Let's put -7. Okay, now the strings are what's taking over here. So for this section, just from here, let's mark it, and let's go down. Okay, what's this? 0, let's go down -2. I want it to be audible, don't get me wrong, but I want it to be just barely audible. Fantastic. Okay. Let's take this and paste it here. What's this? This is -4. Just put here. Okay, these go down to -4. Hey, Nico sees you. How are you, man? How's everything? Yeah, the weekend is great. Obviously, as I told you, I'm in the UK, so it's pretty much the end of it. It's 6:45 here, and yeah, just doing like a Sunday stream. How are you? How's your weekend? Did you do anything fun? What were you up to? We're just we're still in the track, and this goes to show you how long each track takes from me. Like some tracks they take a lot, especially when there is like a lot of elements. So we're still in the mixing, and now I'm just automating the orchestra, and there's a ton of work to do. We've automated some sections. I'm just listening to some sections back and going down and forth. So yeah, I mean, while you're listening, let me know if one sound sticking too loud, one sound, sticking, or do you think there's something is quieter. So I want the solos to be the protagonist and the orchestra is to be like complementing decoration. I don't want it to, over dominate the solos. Like here we've got an organ solo. And this brass stabs like da da da. These, let me just solo them for you. Like I want them to be decorations, right? And this phrase da 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 da. Here, this is the horns are playing with the strings. Come on. Right, so again, I just want all of that to be decorations, and that's how I'm trying to automate it, which means that we might really do a lot of surgical work, but in order to achieve the balance that we want, we're done. And I'm just adding some EQs as I go. Like I'm not like mixing the orchestra. I just want to automate first, and then I will, add and boost some frequencies. I would rather take off some frequencies. And by the way, speaking of that, let's just take off some of the low ends from the brass very quickly. I won't talk too much today, I promise. I'm gonna watch and listen while I write my emails. Oh, fantastic. Week's been busy, praise God, brother. Just getting ready for coming week. Yeah, man, I hope you have a good week this week. I'm actually myself, I've got a pretty intense week at work as well, starting from tomorrow. So hopefully by the time we get out from the other end on Friday, hopefully, on the Friday stream, we've both survived this week. But yeah, man, I hope everything's good at work, and the emails that you're gonna do are positive and nothing like some negative emails. Cause yeah, my week at work was a little bit, dealing with some stuff. But yeah, man, that's why you're just enjoying, doing this. And for sure, let me know if you have any like ideas or anything jumped off. But yeah, enjoy the stream in the background while we're doing it, and hopefully we'll do some progress today. So all right, let's cut some low end from the brass section just so we can clean up a little bit as we automate. Okay, fantastic. So this is good here. Or let's do the horns very quickly. Cool. All right, now let's go to trombones. Right. All right, on this section, we just need to tell the strings to chill, because they need to chill. All right, let's go here. Hey, come here. All right. 1 is too much. I think, in fact, all right, let's go one by one. So 1, I'm going to put it -1, so that we're going to go 2 dBs down, and then we're going to take these, and what level is this? 4, Jesus, so let's put 2. Hey, let's put 2. And if I grab all of this, and I click -4, would it just drop by? Oh. Oh, that's cool. All right. All right, that's cool, actually. Fantastic. All right, so if I grab these as well, and I put here -1, fantastic. What about here? Section right there. So these, we're gonna put -2. Is this solo 2? Yeah, we're gonna put -2. And then for this guy right here, we're also gonna put 0. Yeah, because this starts at 0 here, doesn't it? Starts at 1.5. Okay, let's put it at 1.5. Although I still think it's a bit loud. But let's see. Let's hear it back. I don't want the strings. Yeah, they're still very loud. All right, let's go down. Again, it's decoration only, what we're doing. Let's go aggressive. Let's go -7. Sorry, -3. So we have to put 7 for that. Boom. Okay. And let's go here. Put -4. Yep, and then we go here. This affects the organ solo though, I think. Alright, we go here and we put we don't want to select the wrong one, so deselect this. Okay, we're just talking to who? We're talking to these two. From here onwards. Okay, so there's only 2. Let's put these and deselect this one. Fantastic. Now we put -1. Boom. All right. So just to check, if this is at -4 and this is at -4, cool. And this is at -4, cool. All right. What about this? Just to check quick. This is -5, cool. And these -2. No, that doesn't work. Let's go here. Let's go here. Sorry, let's go here. Let's go here. And let's put -1. Okay. We don't need this point right there. Unnecessary. Cool. All right. Cool. Let's hear it now. Fantastic. I think this section is balanced well, so it's ready to mix. And since we've copied everything we've done here, I guess, to the other copy of it, let's see. Okay, the horns needs just some copying there. So let's work on it. Let's start from the top. So trumpets. This is guitar solo 2, this guitar solo 2. So we just need to add some of the stuff that we've done to here. And I guess, let's hear the trumpets here. Okay. And when it comes to this, it's gonna be... Okay. No, 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 no. Where is it? Not the extended one, this one. Okay, okay, I get it. So it stops here. Okay, so this section is what we need to automate. We need to get the automation from this and put it here. Okay. And we need to get the automation from this section right here. Okay. And put it, where's this? This is 1, 2, 3. So just before this, basically. All right, so we go to solo 2. And just before this, 1, 2, 3. So I think here. Basically, we need it to land the final thing on the start of the next segment. Right, so it's not quite here. Probably here. Also not quite. So it's probably right here. Okay, let's do more quantization. Put it right here. And boom, that's the one. All right. Okay, good, good, good. So trumpetes are automated for both instances of that solo. Here, I don't think we need some automation from the horns. Does any of the other brass do these stabs? If yes, then maybe we'll give them a little bit of an increase. No, it doesn't. They don't here. Let's just try the trombones. Yes, they do. Okay, so the same way we increase this at the stabs. Let's assign it exactly to the trombones. And I think this is only 2 dBs of increase, so we'll do the same thing to the trombones. So here you go. Boom. All right, let's see how that sounds. Okay, so we need just to switch it. You score, produce them too, question mark. Yes, so this is my scoring, right? So the original song doesn't have brass. So the original song has strings in this section, which is... What is this one? Right, so the original song has that, and they have the harpsichords, which is this. Well, yeah, there's that, but the brass, they don't have it. They don't have choir. They don't have woodwinds. So that's like my scoring. So these like the stabs of the brass, I've added them because just inspired by Final Fantasy VII and the Attack on Titan's openings. Like the Attack on Titan openings, the first two, they have a lot of brass stabs, like every two, you know. And when I when I listened to it the first time ever, like I can't remember 2015, 16, something like this, when the first season came out, I was like, what the fuck? I want this. I want to do this, you know. I've never had a track, never played with orchestrations back then this much, but now I want to blend that from this. But yeah, a lot of the orchestration here is my work. And one more thing is that I think this automation right here, let me see. Yeah, this one is a little bit early, so I want to literally just start it at the stabs. So the stab starts from here, so I'm gonna move them to here. And that's it. I don't want the rest. I just want the stab. So, whoops, go back. Okay, give me a dot here. That's the problem though with it, is that it takes a lot of time to automate everything because you're dealing with metal. If you weren't dealing with metal, all of this stuff would have been done with the dynamic modulation. But because you're dealing with metal, this stuff is happening. Especially because the orchestra is only a decoration. That's exactly what I want, just for the stabs. Okay, we copy this, and we don't want you. Let's see where the stabs happen here. Right there. Okay, so just before it. Exactly. Paste. Boom. Next. All right. Where is the next step? Do you know about Museo? It's like Contact, but for sample sounds. Just signed up last week. Sounds are not the best, but decent. So synth samples, you mean the library? So it's so are you saying that synth samples did their own kind of like what do you call it, plugin outside Contact, and this is where they put their stuff? Okay, so it's similar to what you call it, Sign, what do you call it? Yeah, Sign Player by Orchestral Tools and Spitfire Audio's what's Labs, right, or something like that. So Sign Player is now, this is Sign Player. This is now where you put your like Metropolis Arc and all of that stuff. But I still, Project Sam, yeah, I still rather use Contact, and I will tell you why. It's just because with Contact, obviously this is I printed these to audio, but let me try to see if I can pull up the disabled tracks when I was composing this. So let's take the strings for example. Okay, I cannot open it because it's disabled. But basically, like sometimes I layer multiple libraries, like different libraries, and obviously I extract them all from Contact. Like, so for example, the strings are on one Contact instance, but different instances within that instance. And that's why I like Contact, you know, and it has like a lot of features that I'm used to. But I know that a lot of libraries are going that direction. However, to answer your question, is that I didn't know that synth samples have their own one right now. It seems like all of them are going that direction, and that's why I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just, yeah, Contact has a lot of versatility. The only thing I don't like about Contact is that when you activate the outs and then you have the midis, you will have double channels in your mixer. But this is only when you're writing. So when you actually want to mix, you print them to audio, you don't have this problem. But other than that, no, I haven't tried it. Is it like a subscription plan? Is it what kind of where do they have it on? There's a lot of articulation. Most of the string and brass woodwind section has a lot of control. Yeah, I remember there's Synth Sample, Woodwinds Pro, Synth Sample, Cinebraz. Oh, that's cool. 9.99 a month. That's cool. I've never actually played a lot with the Synth Sample. I think I only have the strings. Pretty reasonable. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I actually might try that. I might try that for a couple of months and see if I use it. The only thing is that I have my go-tos. So I use normally Metropolis Arc 1 or not like Contact Libraries 5K, 10K. Yes, if you're gonna buy all of them, and I mean along the line, after a few years, you look back, be like, how much should I pay on this stuff? And you'll be like, literally 5K, 10K. That's why I'm very selective of what I buy. I only want to buy epic stuff. Like when I'm saying epic, I'm not saying cool. I'm saying like grand, right? So for example, Audio Imperia, I think they released recently a library called Dolce, and it's fantastic, but it's very romantic. Made for romance, right? Um, so I'm not sure I will get that, right? Although it's like the latest release, I want like the big, loud sound, just because when I do metal, that's what kind of cut through the mix, and they have like these stabs and stuff. They sound so good. Yeah, yeah, I know. But I will actually try this. Thank you for letting me know. This is actually really, really interesting. I might try it, and if they have I might play around with it. I was looking yesterday at Project Sam. They have a library called Angry Brass, and I don't know how it escaped me because brass is my favorite orchestral, section, and I'm always looking for loud brass that have like the staccato, the initial attack from staccato but in sustains. And I was watching a video about angry brass from uh, performance samples, and yeah, I think it's fantastic, and I think that's like $180. So if only they do a subscription, I would have got it. But I might just buy just the brass section, that angry brass from. I was actually looking at it today. I don't know if the website's still open. Like I had the tab open. No, it wasn't. So performance. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Performance samples, Angry Brass Pro ensembles. So yeah, loud, double F, triple F, brass overlay. I think costs $180, which is in pound. British pounds like £150. So it's not that much, but from what I've seen, this could be like one of my go-to brass. Right? It's only loud. That's what I want. I don't want quiet because I do it for metal. Quiet will not cut through the mix. And they tell you actually the limitation. They tell you that there is like some staccato notes might be so short that you might actually want to increase the MIDI note length on your do just to kind of overcompensate. And they're telling you here, for example, like you put minus 80 milliseconds, and then it will overcompensate for the delay, so you'll get everything like on beat. So I think I might actually. I think this is my next purchase. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they do subscription though. I would have definitely subscribed to Performance Samples because they always do great stuff, and they've done one of my favorite choir libraries with Audio Imperia, which is Chorus. So yeah, but I will definitely check out the Cinebrass because I know they're such a Cine Samples. I know it's such a classic, and yeah, I will. If I can get my hand on everything in a subscription plan, I'm definitely down. Yeah, I mean they're good for layering. Such a classic. Use You has this Tina Cute cello pack. My favorite so far. Raz. So all of this, so this Museo that you're talking about, is this like made by Cine Samples, or is this like another company that if you subscribe to, they give you all the samples? How, or is this like Cine Samples version of we want to escape contact? And let me actually Google it. One second, one second. Museo. Oh, Cine Samples. Okay, okay. Yeah, so it's like they're doing what everybody's doing, which is interesting. The Infinite Instrument. Ah, look at this. Try it for free. Where is what's included? Just promising because I use it a lot every day. Wow. I'm just promoting, not promoting. Oh, there you go. You know what I'm looking for actually? Now that I've seen these, you know what I'm looking for? I don't know if I'm looking for this library, but I don't know if this library exists, but I'm looking for vocal chants. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm not talking choir. I'm saying like chants. Nordic. Oh my god. It's like, what the fuck? I've just Nordic choir chant. Jesus. Yeah, got you, obviously. Not promoting, but just kind of telling me what's out there. But look, I mean, I was literally just telling you I want chance, and I found this. But basically, what I want is I don't want to get a copyright. But if you in the background, because I think if I play it, the YouTube and Twitch will be funny. I don't know, even quick kick. I don't know their rules yet. But if you play the band Bleed From Within, the song Fracture, if you play in the background and just skip to the chorus, I mean, and you will see the chorus is just a big, has a lot of orchestra, and it's just chanty and stuff. And this is the type of orchestral stuff I'm looking for. Not orchestra, sorry. This is the type of vocal melodies I'm looking for. I mean, you can do this with choir, but in metal it becomes cheesy. That's the problem. Like too much orchestra in metal, then then you're stepping into orchestral metal. No, I mean the way I do it is that I do modern metal, and orchestra is like just a big element of it. I don't want it to be like orchestral, you know what I mean? Yeah, so with chants, the way I'm thinking about it, Levitate as well. Oh, you know Bleed From Within. I didn't know that you know the band, but yes, Levitate also as well. But if you go to specifically Fracture, where are you? Where are you? Oh no, wait. Sort by most recent. Tarek Jim 2023. This should be 2024 now. Maybe I'll duplicate the playlist and add more songs, but it's still the same. I didn't add more songs to this. Not Pathfinder. Not Night Crossing. Actually, let's go to that album because it's in this album. I think the album is called Fracture. Yeah, the album itself called Fracture. And then this song, Fracture. So this song, I'm pretty sure if I play the chorus, nothing will happen. Come on, let's try it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it, that. It's very epic, right? I was heavy into Doom, Mick Gordon. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, remember in 2020, 2021, 2019, some like just around COVID time, Mick Gordon came out with this, and fucking hell, I remember when I was listening to it for the first time, I was like, oh my god, what's this? Yeah, it was insane. But yeah, BFG division. The only thing they fear is you, and there is BFG 10,000 as well, and there is Meat Hook. I have a playlist, I think, on. But the problem is not all of them are on Spotify. I have a playlist here. I think I called it Doom Gent Only. Yeah. So we've got BFG Division, Rip and Tear, obviously. Meat Hook, which is I only found the Andrew Baina cover. I didn't find the original one. BFG 10,000 is great. Yeah, Meat Hook is like, what the fuck? Even the only thing they fear is you. I didn't find the original one, I think, on Spotify. Let's see if they added it later. Because this playlist, I've created it like 2020 or something. When did I create this? Does it say? Does it say when I created this? Edit details. Doesn't say. It doesn't say, but yeah, it's like during that time is when I recorded it. The C14, C9 time. But yeah, let me try the only. Yeah, it's still not on Spotify. Very, very, very annoying. So yeah, I only use the cover ones. But yeah, try BFG 10,000. It's also cool. But then I didn't like that a lot of bands started to copy that. Well, I liked it at the beginning, but then yeah, I didn't want to copy it as well. That's why I try to add like some interesting stuff in my music, like this, the latest song I've released. I'm pretty sure I showed you this. Like this, I've added that. I think it has like that chorus. Imagine if I added these chants. I actually might subscribe to this Museo just because of the chants. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff. There's pianos, there's synths, there's all of that stuff could be very fucking interesting. There's this Tina that you were talking about. Voxos I have in contact though. And I used it actually in that song that I showed you. I think those were Voxos choirs. Or layered. They were layered with what? With chorus actually. They were layered with chorus. If I'm not wrong, can't remember now. Oh no, this is the one you were talking about. Tina Gu or Gu or Gu. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. But so we've got solo cello, acoustic cello. We got harpsichord, which is used in this song. Not the sample, but I actually tried to find a very good harpsichord, and then I landed on the Spitfire one I found. But yeah, like, can you imagine here? Here. I would love to add like chants like the Fracture song I showed you. I don't know, something like this. I would have wrote something. But yeah, if these chants work, then this would be worth the £10. Because what will happen is that I would use this as my vocal replacement. You see what I'm saying? So literally, like if this worked, but that I'm looking for a chanty, not choiry, chanty library, and I can't find one. So I'm definitely gonna try. And there's like a try Museo for free, 100%. So really, really, really appreciate the shout out for this. This could be actually. Can you imagine if every stream you join, every time I write a song, use this? I'll be like, hey, shout out to Nico sees you every single time. But yeah, good stuff, man. Much appreciated. Right, so let's automate. Let's see where we are. We were doing We were doing what we were doing. We were doing these. Okay, that sounds exactly the loudness I want. All right, let's quickly, speed of light, paste this on the same section here. Okay, here, so boom. No, here. Fantastic, paste. Cool, next. All right, where? Here? No, here? Yes, okay, paste. Done. All right, fantastic. Is this section? Oh, it's played by the low strings. Okay, well we need to add the same this bump. Need to add it as well when the phrase da da da. We also need to do that. This one here. What does the trombone do? Okay, well no, you're playing like a pussy. All right, put it here. And all right, cool. So you come here. What value are you? You are 3. So let's put 3. Let's delete this. And then we've got that. Now, since we've got this length, we can do is we can find the replication here. This one right here. Come here. Boom. Fantastic. Okay. Anywhere else? Alright. Last one. In this repetition at least. Where are you? Cool. Boom. Okay. Come here. Missed this by mistake. We missed you here. Cool. All right, so let's go to the repetition of it, which is right here. Oh, cool, we didn't miss it here. All right, so let's take the articulation. Okay, from here, paste. What? Okay, wow, that's... No, why is it too long here? Alright, it's 3... Delete this. And what's this? 0. Bring this here and put it as 0. Ugh. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Good. This here, 3. What messed this up? No one knows. And you go to 0. Cool. All right. Okay, I'm convinced. Right, so let's move to the organ solo. We've done a lot of automation here. And I think we can just literally copy paste that to the other repetition because it's exactly the same length. Yes, I think it's exactly the same length. So let's go to organ solo and we say, hey, bud, delete this. Come here and paste yourself. I think automations now are going to be simpler because the rest of the track, everything is the same length. It was only guitar solo 2 that was extended. But now what we can do is just automate literally one repetition, and then that repetition will be the same size everywhere. We just can copy and paste it, not like what we've done with guitar solo 2. So for example here, the horns, we can just take this. Actually, we can take these guys and literally go to the beginning of organ solo, go to the horns. Wait, where are you? Where are you? No, this is the trombones. And then just paste it here. Yeah, let me just delete this first. I want Cubase to go crazy. Boom. Okay, cool. That's for the trombones for this section. What else are we doing? Horns. What did we do here? Oh, it's the same ones already done. Fantastic. Sorry, trumpets. Fantastic. Now, okay, strings, low strings, nothing. I think the volume of the low strings is relatively good. Maybe with the stabs, but we'll get back to it. I don't want to. Let me see. No, come here. Yeah. Yeah, it's good enough. Good enough. I don't want it to muddy the mix. There's a lot going on anyway, so they're just there for support. Okay, so high strings, organ solo. In this instance, where are we? Cool. All right, so I'm gonna put a point right here, and then I'm gonna copy this. Where are you? Over here. Gonna go to this section, delete this. Hey, delete this. Come here, and volume on. All right, fantastic. Let's hear this high string section. Okay, cool. So this is good. Anything else we need to automate? I think these are good here. These are not doing anything here, so we don't care. Okay, anything else? Harps. What about the harps? Alright, so while we're at it, let's just EQ the harps. Just remove the low end. I didn't know harpsichords have a lot of low end. I'm actually gonna go a little bit more aggressive on this. I'm gonna go 24. And I'm gonna go 24 on the other one. Come here. Where are you? Alright, let's put you at 24, my friend. Again, the reason we're using now Cubase stock plugins because the system cannot handle all of the fab filter and the virtual mix racks and all of that shit. So for the orchestra, most of it, like the individual instruments, I'm gonna do stock plugins, but then the groups I might use you know, external stuff. Okay, cool. Let's see. You know, one thing we cannot hear anymore. I'm just gonna do. I don't want to jump from one track to the next, but I want to increase the high end of the guitars because I cannot hear the rhythm guitars anymore. Yeah, after we introduce the orchestra, they need to be brighter because before we do the orchestra, we obviously didn't have full context. So let's just add a little bit of a high shelf or a bell. I mean, high shelf normally is a better option, but let's see what we can do. So normally when I EQ, I increase the decibels to almost max or to a very, very exaggerated level just to kind of understand what frequency I'm playing with, and then I'll drag it down, right? So, yeah, that's what's gonna happen now. By the way, I'm gonna put the mix on now because this is the entire idea of this. It's just to hear it in the mix. Okay, now I definitely can hear the guitar now, but 6 dB is too much, so I'm just gonna back off to 3. Alright, fantastic. Cool. Alright, let's try now to move to other sections. So what we've done, solo 2 is organ solo. Let's move to solo 1. Let's see the levels in solo 1. God help us. I hope it doesn't need a lot of work. Alright, let's judge solo 1. Ready? Alright, what can you hear? I can hear a lot of loud brass. Do you agree? Alright, this sustained brass, I think it's very loud, and I think it's the trumpetes. Who's the culprit here? No, it's the horns. Jesus. Okay. What's wrong here? Okay, that is very loud. Okay, let's deal with the horns first. Yeah, did you manage to hear the guitars, Nico, after I've done that, or do you think it was a little bit too harsh? Alright. So 0. I think this is too loud. I think I'm gonna. What's this value here? That's -2. Okay, let's put minus. Let's go. I think this needs a -3. All right, let's put -3. Boom. All right, let's hear it now. But the thing is, it's also the same section is playing with the trumpets. You know what? Let's understand what's happening in the brass section. Let me just play the brass by itself. I just want to understand each what's happening here. Okay, so you've got trumpets and horns are playing in unison most of the time. Then obviously there's this phrase. Okay, you've got a lot of shit going on. So this is where the tuba and the cymbasi join us for the first time. So we're gonna have to deal with their level. Let me see who keeps the sustain and who actually goes and does this staccato thing. Okay, the trumpets joins with the staccato. What about the horns? Okay, the horns keeps doing sustains. Cool. Trombones, I'm pretty sure staccato is what they're doing. Cool. All right, so I want to focus with the staccato, obviously on the trombones and the trumpet. But when it comes to the cymbasi and the tuba, these guys are only here to add support. I don't want them to be audible. You know? Have you thought about doing to a 5.1 setup? Question mark. Yes, if I don't know, if I started doing more cinematic stuff, yes, but I think everything I do is music. Like when I say music, I'm talking about like, you know, tracks, right? So it's all about like, you know, metal tracks and stuff. I've never composed just for a game or a movie. I think if, let's say, somebody, you know, hired me for something, I think I might as well. Yeah, I think I definitely might. But since right now I'm just doing this as, you know, obviously I've just started streaming and, you know, I'm doing this. If again, if somebody actually offered like, hey, would you give, you know, this demo game a try or something, I would definitely, first thing I think I would do is do that. I think that's the first thing I would do, if I'm not gonna lie. But as it stands, if I got them, I think there are other stuff. Even for this, since these songs are so heavy with elements and frequencies, just takes away the phase problems. 100%, 100%. I do agree. I think with phase, there are some. Most of the issues are like in metal, at least, is with like blending guitar amps or what you call it, drum shells, right? So kicks, like kick stacks, room and kick, things like that. But the thing is, like for example, I'll tell you how I think about this. Since most of the listeners that are gonna listen to this are gonna listen to it on headphones, I'll optimize for that until I reach a level of professionalism, let's say, to get that. But if I'm gonna put an investment on the list, would I rather, for example, invest in this or a new, let's say, 8-string guitar, or let's say better monitor, better studio monitors, or in fact, which is something I really want to invest in right now, and I want to buy is a bigger SSD, right? Like a 4 tera SSD or something, for because some of the my SSD that I'm using right now internally is maxed, and I'm starting to use my HDD, which wasn't meant, like I didn't set up my PC for the HDD to put libraries. I just wanted to put plugins at the HDD. So the way I did my setup is that C is for Cubase in the session, HDD, which is D, is for plugins, and E is for libraries, which is the SSD. That's kind of like how I split it. Now my SSD is maxed, and I keep buying libraries, keep trying libraries, keep stuff like that. And I'm like, I can't, like I'm running these some of the newer libraries I'm getting. I'm running them on the HDD, and like if I keep going on with this, even the HDD is gonna finish. So I really want right now. I think my next investment is one of them cloud backup SSDs, maybe 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, something like this. plug it in, and then move all of the HDD stuff to it. And I've asked ChatGPT, hey, which is faster, internal HDD or an external SSD? And in fact, it apparently is external SSD still faster than an internal HDD. So like you would imagine that, if it's internals plugged in straight to your, motherboard and stuff, it will be faster. Well, not faster, but there's a debate there. Apparently, there is no debate. Apparently, even an external SSD in a USB-C is still faster than an internal one. And yeah, I think that's good. But if you would say, like, would it be something that I'm interested in to buy like a 5.1 setup? 100%. But I think just kind of as like, if I were to put a list and order it in what like I would want sooner, I think SSD first, and then maybe 8-string guitar or another 7-string. I think these two are on my mind right now. I wanted a better mic, but then I got this one. And so that's check. Other than that, it's just mostly software. My hard drive is an NTFS. I can record on Pro Tools on that drive. I have to figure out then 750 gigabyte of projects and sample. Yeah, 100%. I think so. My SSD, so my SSD here, this E, is 1 terabyte and it's full. And you see, I named it, right? I named it libraries when I built the PC. The HDD is look, session and plugins. There shouldn't be libraries here, right? But it's 2 terabyte and it's already halfway. And I don't want to put anything in C because C is running Windows, right? So yeah, I think. So what do you say here? But make sure it's exFAT. What does that mean? What does exFAT? Are you talking about where it's two hard drives in one? One is cloud, and one is not, or what do you mean? What's exFAT? Let's Google this. exFAT. exFAT is also regarded as the best. So X, okay, X for external, okay. As exFAT. So, okay, is exFAT. What's the difference between this and an SSD, for example? Or or it's not matter of difference that an exFAT can be a SSD. It's just compatibility with Windows and Mac. exFAT does both, just in case you are changing systems, you won't have to reformat. Ah, okay. So I see. When you're saying changing systems, you mean between Mac and Windows, or do you mean like, let's say I got another Windows setup, and if I want to put it in the other Windows setup, I would have to reformat, or like when you're saying changing system, both of them come as either NTFS or exFAT or exFAT32. Okay. Okay, so the SSD and so these are types of the hard drive, whether it's SSD or HDD. So yeah, obviously if I'm gonna buy SSD, then I would have to use exFAT. So is it exFAT or exFAT32? Which one is better then? So let's say what, exFAT SSD, yeah. Let's say 4 terabyte. Yeah, does that work? Okay, SanDisk Extreme, portable, 4 terabyte. I believe exFAT. Samsung solid state. Seagate. Seagate is a great brand, isn't it? SanDisk, but this is portable. Fuck off. Alright, this is portable though. Does that matter? SanDisk screen for terabytes says up to. It's just format. When you get the new one, before you put any file, just make sure so you don't have to back up and reformat. Like, okay, got you. Yeah, makes sense. No, much appreciated, man. Makes sense. What were the ones I was thinking of? So there was like the cloud backup ones. You know the ones I'm talking about? Like if I put, they come like bulky cloud backup. They come like, not like this. I remember the Seagate one. From back like 2015. Like, yeah, these type of stuff. Like, yeah, this, I remember this, for example. I don't know, I think this is dated now. But this is what I remember. I remember this type of stuff where it's like it just kind of duplicates everything you put in on the cloud and on the thing. So maybe then I would use it to put my session, Cubase sessions, just in case anything happened to this PC, you know. Yeah, then I would use that. Yeah, it needs some research, to be honest with you. We've got here in the UK, we've got PC World, we've got Argos, we've got a couple of stores they can go in. Oh yes, for a studio, these are massive. Yeah, 100%. The cloud ones, I think, is the way to go. But I remember this I've seen something like this like 2016. So I don't want to get like a dated one. Like I want a 2024 version of this. Like, is there a version where it's this, like a cloud one, and an SSD, and 4 terabyte, and the fat, whatever it is, the X fat one? Yeah, it needs some research, not gonna lie. Find out exactly the one. But yeah, this is kind of like my next investment, if you know what I mean. And then maybe somewhere down the line, I would definitely like entertain 5.1. It's something like definitely. I'm actually want a stereo for my living room downstairs just to watch. But I'm thinking obviously that's more of a hi-fi thing. But I'm thinking of like I want the 2 towers on both sides of the TV. Maybe 2 at the back and a sub. Like I'm entertaining looking for this right now. But yeah. What's up? Is it too much? Is my requirements too much? Alright, let's see. Simbasi. Okay, this is already loud. Do I have a limiter on this? I don't actually. What about this? Yeah, I think let's just go with the Simbasi and turn it the heck down. Wait. Okay. Okay, I think the trumpets by themselves, they sound good. But the horns, when the horns come in, they start to sound really loud. So what I'm gonna do, because of this, is yeah. By the way, I'm not sure if you put the question of the day last time you were here, but I forgot to update it, so apologies about that. Jo was incredibly busy this week. So I think the horns are still too loud, so I'm gonna go 2 dBs as well, -5. What? Not -65, that's for sure. Right? Okay, more. Let's go -7. Still too loud. I don't wanna, it's very distracting the way the sustains are. Okay, now I think the problem is from the trumpet. So let's go back, put this back at -5. And wait. I think, hey. Alright, this is, what's this? It's -5. Okay, you come here. You go down a little bit. What are you? 0? Let's go down to -3. I'm gonna find myself listening to a lot of music while. No worries. I find myself mostly in the gym these days and driving my daughter to school. Now thinking about it. Okay, if both of them went down 1.5 dB, so sorry. And sorry for repeating these sections multiple times, but I have to move section by section. That's the problem with automation. 6.5. Okay, but here we need to go a little bit louder. Okay, horns are unaffected by this, but trumpets is what we need. In what way? In what way you're yet to get there? Yet to get there soon. Do you mean what do you mean, mixing, or do you mean in gym? Having kids? Alright, let's increase this. Let's put this on -1.5. Hey. -1.5. Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah, it's different. I was, you know, wrestling with my daughter earlier, and, you know, just playing and stuff, and I was like, man, this is like literally the best time. You know, it's, yes, it's way different. 100%. Let's put 0. Alright, what about the trombones? Where are you with this? I think you're already loud. Alright, so here I'm just gonna be cheeky and add 1 dB extra. Just 1. No more, no less. 1 dB. Alright, so that is good. Strings, what are you doing in this section? I think the strings level is okay where it is, to be honest with you. And while we're at it, let's just do some EQ to the low strings. Oh god damn it. What did I do here? Did I... Okay, I wish I can use Fab filter, but I don't want to fuck up the mix. Cubase has a EQ called frequency, which also has like dynamic stuff, but... Okay, high strings, what are you doing here? Oh, sorry, we need it here. High strings, what are you doing in this section? Okay, high strings are doing... Okay, this increase, we don't need it. I don't know why. But here, let's just bring it back to a regular level. So... Now where is it? Guitar, solo 1. So let's just put this here. Oh my god. Guitars, yes, right here. Let's just focus on this. So this is now... Alright, let's put this at 0. Let's put this at 0 because I don't think... Alright, cool. This is 0. What is this then? Okay, let's put this at 0. Let's go to organ solo again, right here. Let's remove this. Um. Okay, cool. Now, final thing is, what is this doing here? In guitar solo one. Okay, it's doing nothing, so let's just keep it at the same level. So we don't want to mess with this. Do you suggest any online tutorial for newbies? Animus Islander, thank you so much for joining the chat. Any online tutorial for newbies? Depends what you're asking about. Are you asking about composing? Are you asking about production in general? Are you asking about like you've never done music before and you just want to dive into it? I think if that's the case, like you want to start anything, you know, is start with a tutorial for a DAW, right? So choose a DAW that you might like and then just start the tutorial. I think this is how I started, right? So start a tutorial for a DAW, and then once you learn how you get around that DAW, DAW in other word, then you will at least know the basics, right? So then after that, try to do cover songs, a lot of cover songs. I mean, ironically, I'm doing a cover song now, but for a different reason. Just like this song. But I remember when I started, I've done a lot of cover songs just to kind of reverse engineer how this thing is done, right? So I've done a Breaking Benjamin cover for the song So Cold. Obviously, I can't even listen to it now because it's very shit. It was a 5-track song, right? I've done a cover song for A Day to Remember, but it was just like literally just trying to learn what's this recording thing, what's this like making music thing, and then once I kind of like got the knack of it and watched like, and you'll start to know what to ask YouTube to give you, right? So after you learn one DAW, you will start to know then what to ask. Like let's say I don't know what kind of music you do, but let's say you do rock. You'll start then try to search for tutorials on how to do like how to record. What's the mistakes of recording? What's the best guidance for recording? Things like that. My YouTube channel as well. I clip stuff from the live streams that I do when it's like interesting stuff, and I put it on YouTube, so you can check that one out. I can see you're on Twitch. I've got some links at the underneath this thing, the video, so I've got that. But in general, it's yeah, you start from there. But again, I don't know where you are in this journey, so just tell me exactly what is it that you want to get into. Yeah, so if it's making music in general, choose a DAW. There's like Cubase, Pro Tools. There's a Logic if you're a Mac user. I've started playing with FL Studio because this is how I learned about the entire thing first. And then I learned FL Studio, and these songs I've just mentioned, I tried to record. I record them on FL Studio, and then I learned about Cubase, and I liked it more for like a lot of reasons. And then I started diving into that. Bought my first copy, which was Cubase 7, and then started upgrading from there. Yeah, and you just keep learning then, and then it's all about, you know, putting your foot in the game, and then you will know what to ask for. But I think the best guidance is choose a DAW, learn it, just watch tutorial on it to understand how it works, and then try to do cover songs. Try to do like 5 cover songs, right? Just to reverse engineer what that song did. By doing that, I think there's nothing that is better than this. Doing like 5 cover songs to be like, okay, I can hear this kick. How did they make it this much? Where did they? How? Okay, how do I get a kick? Then you start YouTubing this stuff. Okay, where do I get drums from? Right, and then you will find, right. Yeah, I'm not familiar of that genre, psytrance. Like I only listen to guitar music, but it doesn't matter because it's the same thing, right? So literally go. I think for EDM stuff, FL Studio is good. I know the pro EDM is Ableton. I think a lot of like people who do EDM, they use Ableton Live. But I think start with FL Studio. I don't think it's that expensive. And watch tutorial on FL Studio, what it is, how do people use it, 100% this is how you should start. Watch YouTube, like go on your YouTube tab and just type FL Studio for beginners, right? And just learn about that. Now you can change from FL Studio later. The idea is not the DAW. You'll understand that you wouldn't care about which one you're using. It's all about like understanding what this is. What is this? Because all of them at the end, they do the same thing, right? But each one like kind of a little bit excels at something more than the other. Like Cubase is mainly for like composers, and it's just because a lot of the bands I listen to, they record on Cubase, and I love the UI. So there are like other like silly reasons why I chose Cubase, but at the core, boom, they're all the same. So first step is that YouTube tutorials on the DAW that you're gonna choose. My recommendation, because I've read your genre here, I'm not familiar with it, but it looks like EDM, is FL Studio. That's step number one. Step number two, choose 2-3 songs that you think they're simple, right? Don't choose something really complicated. And try to do a cover, right? Open FL Studio after you've watched these and try to do a cover, First time, if you're gonna be really excited, I mean, it's gonna like sound to you like as much as close as it is, and then you're gonna listen to that again and be like, no, hold on a second, this is a little bit deeper, this is, oh, the mix is not good, and you're gonna get frustrated about some stuff. Then you're gonna start watching YouTube videos in more directed way. It'll be like, man, the reverb is too loud on this, or what kind of reverb I should use, or what is this, what is that. I think this is the best way. So tutorial on a DAW, cover 5 songs, and that's the best way. And then you can start with your own songs. You just experiment and just like, I've never thought when I started this I'm gonna do composition, and just add like orchestral stuff to me. I've never even thought about this. Like, no way. I just wanted to have the songs that I wrote on Guitar Pro. It's just to be like, oh my god, I can have this. Like, I even accepted the idea of having everything MIDI. I didn't like even think of like recording. I thought this for recording, the word recording, because I'm talking 2014 when I started. Like, the word recording to me was like going to 64 channel console studios, SSLs, and like this is what I thought it is. But then, yeah, you start learning stuff, you start wanting stuff. So that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents on it, really. Yeah. Okay, so let's carry on with automation. Guitar solo here. Oh, thanks a ton for the follow. Much appreciated. I hope you're enjoying what we're doing here. But yeah, I hope you can find some useful insights here. What we're doing right now is the mixing stage. So I'm pretty sure a lot of the people watching, they can also chip in and like give you some guidance, even from another platform, because you guys can read the chat. So obviously, Animus Islander is on Twitch, but if you're on YouTube or Kick, you can chat, you can see it on the screen. But yes, when you want to create the songs, normally multiple stages. So you've got the writing process, then you've got the actual recording. So you write it maybe off the DAW, or maybe you use the DAW to write. So that's stage number 1. Stage number 2 is, you record, right? Stage number 3 is that you post-produce, so you add all of the extra elements, you want to add. It's called post-production. Stage number 4 is you do you start to prepare the track for mixing. We call it pre-mixing stage. And this is where you start to gain stage, to do some gain staging and stuff. I mean, again, these are all might sound like buzzwords, but you will understand all of them, And then after pre-mixing, you'll start mixing. And mixing is basically just making sure that all of the instruments in the song sit well together, right? Because everything sounds different when you listen to it raw. Like if I got a violin player here, I put them here and told them to play for me, it will sound good, but you will hear the entire spectrum of the violin. However, if I've got a violin player and I've got a guitar player and I've got a drummer, I've got percussion, all of that stuff, and it's all coming out of the same output, you might want to in the frequency spectrum cut some places for some instruments to sit and add some gain on some frequencies that each instrument shines in, right? And you adjust the level. That's kind of like mixing. Obviously there's more into it. I don't want to like bombard you with buzzwords, but there's like you can control the dynamics with things like compressors and stuff like that, limiters and expanders and gates and things like that. And then after mixing stage is the final stage, which is mastering. And basically this is it's just like mixing, but how you know how you mix each channel, each instrument separately. With master, you're kind of doing these processes, but on the entire cake, on the entire song, right? So the EQs and the compression and the distortion and all of that stuff, the limiters you add, but where? Not on channels, on the entire track. That's called mastering. So these are the stages of it, of like making a song, right? And then you publish it. Yeah. So it's writing, recording, post-production, remix, which is not a step, it's a half of a step, mixing, mastering. So six steps type of thing. 5.5, whatever. Yeah. By the way, this video is going to be on YouTube because I'm live on YouTube as well. So you can watch it again if you want to like watch the segment again to like remember what we talked about. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. I don't know if that made sense to you. Okay, so these staccato, I want them, I want to see, I think the staccatos are getting louder than everything, so I want to see, is this from the strings or from the brass? Because also the trombones here are doing the same thing. I think it's now listening to it, I think it's the strings, because if I mute it, yeah, it sounds absolutely fine, but it's when you add the strings, then the staccato parts, they sound louder. So we can do two things. We can either automate each one down or automate the entire thing down. I'm gonna go with the more annoying version, which is automating each one down. Like here, yes. Yeah, it's very... What about the low strings? Are the low strings doing this as well? Yeah. No. Looking back at it, because the trombones are playing exactly the same thing, I don't need this to be that loud in its entirety. So I'm gonna go to the entire section from here. Yes. From right here. And then I'm just gonna reduce it down by like 3 dBs. Hey, come back here. All right, reduce it down. So by the way, if you're still with us, this is what we call automation. And basically this is manipulating the volumes of each instrument depending on what section it is, right? So it goes down and up, and each, like you do it to multiple instruments just so that it's not static. I think this is still too loud, so I'm gonna put this at -5. This sustain, where is it coming from? Is it coming from here? No, it's definitely the strings. What about the low strings? No, it's definitely coming from the high strings. Oh. I'm still not happy though. There's something, I'm pretty sure it's the trombones. These are loud. Let me just go to -7. Because again, I don't want to, I know we're focusing on the strings, but I don't want it to eat up the guitar solo, because the guitar solo is the protagonist. Alright, so -6 should be the one. And now, as well, we would need to add the choir. So the choir is very loud right now, very quiet. So let's see where it is and fix that. Obviously, this is the first section that has choir, I think, that we introduce. We haven't touched the theme intro and guitar solo 1 here. It's pretty much where we started with the choir. So actually, let's go here. Okay, sounds better. There's no staccato here. I've just noticed that in this guitar solo I've added staccato, but here I didn't. And no sustain choir. I'm not sure why I've done that. But let's hear. Right, so there's something going with the choir. The folder is muted. Okay, so I can see that's trying to come out, but what is muted here? Orchestra is fine. Let's go to see the routing. Where is this routed to? Let's summon the mixer. Alright, where are you routed to? Choir group, and choir group is routed to the orchestra master. Ah, but it's down. Of course, that's why. Okay, now. Okay, fantastic. So let's see if we're gonna add a limiter on this. And with choir, I like to treat them a little bit like vocals, not a lot. So I'm gonna go to JW Box right here, and just get them to a right level. So where are you here? Let's remove the mixer and this section here. Okay, so if we make it very loud and then go back from there. That's insane, obviously. That's too quiet. I want it to be just audible. Too loud. I think here is fine. I also can get away with it being a little bit quieter. I mean, the quieter the better. Yes. This sounds good so far. Let's add where the woodwinds are. I think that sounds fine because this is only for the attack. I don't need to increase it more than that. Now, one thing I'm gonna fix immediately is that I think there is too much low end in the choir. So let's turn this and put 24. Oh, turned on the wrong one. This is what we need to turn on. 24. Okay, let's play this staccato section again. Okay. So we can go up to right here almost. Okay, cool. Okay, that level is good. But it's interesting that I didn't add the sustain. I can, if I want to, just copy it from here. The sustain one in the first solo. No, I actually don't have it in the first solo. Why did I think so? No, it's the same thing. That's okay. So if I go here. Yes, that's what I remember. Yeah, that's what I remember. I don't know why this is not there. Alright, let's copy it and put it there. That's not good. Alright, so here. And then here. Just paste this. Yeah, and do a cut. Cut. Okay, move this here, delete this, put this, and then crossfade. Now let's see. No, they're too loud. -9. Go back with this one. What did we change? Did we change anything? So if I... Okay. So I think this is good for now. I just want to get the initial automation just so I can do some mixing. And then if there is anything that stands out when I will listen back to it, then I'll fix it. But I just want to move on with this. So if the guitar solo one is good, then we'll move on. I'm just going to listen to it one last time. So if yes, I'm going to copy it to the previous repetition so I can move to another section of the song. Okay. I think the lead guitar needs to go up a little bit. we can also turn down the orchestra, all of it. It could be a good option that after we automate everything, we just maybe turn down the orchestra at some points. The orchestral master, we can do that as well. But because, for example, here I can see that the orchestra is eating the guitar, especially at this section. Right. Okay, go to this group here. And go to virtual mix track. Oh god, I don't want to open this and then Cubase fuck up. I'm just gonna open it and hope for the best. Ah, here we go. Good. Okay. Let's put this at +3. Yeah, these are everything here in the orchestra. Actually, this section is too loud. It's not fair to get the entire orchestra down for this. I think it needs to chill a little bit. So this is 0. Let's just go to what? No. Where is the Yes, I was correct. Yeah. So here, this is. What is this? -5. I think if I keep it at -5, should be good. What is this? -3. Yeah, no, keep it at -5. And let's see. Yeah, if I want to increase it later, then that's fine, but I don't want it to be extra loud first, so. Yeah. Okay. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy everything we automated in Guitar Solo 1 to its counterpart and the previous repetition. So, obviously the string ensemble is not playing anything, but the high strings are playing. So let's go to Guitar Solo 1 here and put this here. Let's go to 1 so it's faster. Bring this here and then we say, hey. Right, and the cool thing is that it just updates anything that and overwrites anything that is not good. Let me lock this. And I don't think I need this anymore, so let me hide this. Okay, cool. We don't need extra noise, and even this one. Let me lock it and hide it. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so this one, and then this doesn't have any automation on it. This, where's Guitar Solo 1 that we've done? Cool. So we grab these, copy, we go here. That's the problem, is that these tracks take a lot of time, But obviously, the more we do it, more it's fast. Especially when you've got orchestra. I mean, that takes ages. Okay, horns are done. Guitar Solo 1. What do we have here? Absolutely fine. What level is this on? This is 0. What level is it on here? 0. Fantastic. Okay, next. Cool, that's done. So Guitar Solo 1 is done. Now, let's go and do the theme. First thing I notice, and I'm just gonna tackle the stuff that I notice immediately. So first thing I notice, strings are very loud. The ones that are playing with the guitar. So these. Okay, so from here to here, let's see how much we're going to decrease them by playing the thing back. I think -6 is good. Yeah, even maybe let's go -7 just to make the guitar shine. Again, we're doing a lot of orchestra, forgetting that the protagonist is actually the guitar. Okay, so what about this here? Let me hear it. Let's put 8 notes, 8 notes. But this is very quiet, actually. Let's increase it a little bit. So let's do 3 decibels. Okay, there's a little bit of a dry sound here. That's the trompetes. And there are the trombones. Okay. So this phrase by itself, just this phrase, I think is too loud. So if we go to 32. And we bring it down by, let's say 2 decibel, 2.5. Okay, and we probably will do the same for this. Because it's a cool effect, but we don't want it to be like, to sound amateurish, and it will if it's too loud. Let's go -3 because it's higher. Let's see now. So obviously now you've got the horns. I think that's good enough for the theme. I mean, there's nothing else going on. You've got the low strings not doing nothing. You've got the high strings only doing the staccato stabs. You've got the string ensemble doing the same run as, or the same lick as the guitar. Okay, I think it's good. So we can copy this to the rest of the occurrences where the theme comes in. So let's wait. I think I made a mistake here. This goes exactly. Delete this. What level is this? That's -1. What level is this? Okay, let's fix this. -1. What level is this? -7. Let's put this at -7. Okay. Alright, let's copy this and go to where is another theme. Fantastic. Paste it. Done. Is there any other theme? Yeah, but nothing's playing here, so it's fine. Okay, cool. This, there's an automation here. Wait. Right here. So let's go theme and import this. Cool. And then there's an automation here. There's an automation here. So I'll mark it's right here. Come on. Need to make it on the grid. Jesus. Why is it not printing on the grid? What? Okay, regardless, come here. Go to theme. Paste. Done. Cool. What about here? Is there an automation? There isn't any, but maybe the level change later, so I'm gonna take it anyway. Let's go here, theme. Oh, change, that's good. What about here? Is there anything? Yes, there's this segment, which is, yeah, for the trombones. So I'm just gonna add a start. Come in. Right here. No. What's wrong? Okay. It's annoying because this, now it's on the grid. Okay. Theme. Oh, fantastic. Next, any automations? No automations. Okay, theme is done. Done. Still have half an hour, so maybe we'll finish every single automation today. Alright, theme intro. Now let's see. Wow, why did I make these very short? I should have actually made them a little bit longer, even with these ones. Yeah, they're very short. We're gonna have to work with what we have. God damn it, the choirs are so loud, and the Cubase is so loud as well. By the way, the sustain choir plays here one time only, so let's just fix that. Okay, this is incredibly loud for no reason. I'm just gonna... Just the attack of this. What? Alright. Very loud for no reason, so I'm just gonna put it from here to here and just turn it down. No, I don't like this. Again, choir it's too loud when you listen to it back in context, so I'm gonna decrease it to -7. By the way, on these plugins, the JW limiter plugins, when you put a volume, let's say you put -5, for some reason the interface gives you 1 dB down. So that's just something you have to work with. But yeah. To be honest with you, I think it's just these staccatos are very loud. Because these are now on a good level, I think. Yeah, like these staccato in particular are very loud. Okay. Even here. So let's put this and then reduce it by the same amount. So how much did we reduce it here for? Volume almost -6. Okay, so let's do the same here. -6. Let's do a -5 because I just want to hear the notes as well. But again, maybe when we actually mix it. What I learned from, I will tell you something. What I learned from this mix this time is that next time what I will do, and I think this would be easier, is I would go to one section only, right? And I would like gain stage that section, and I would mix the strings and everything in that section, like everything, whatever is in that section, I'll mix it, and then I'll carry on automating the rest, because I think it's a little bit also of a chicken and egg situation, obviously, all the time. But what happens is that now I'm just worried that when I actually mix it and I add the fundamental frequencies on each instrument, I might need to go and change the automations again, all of that stuff. While if I follow the strategy that I've just came up with, is I don't think that would happen then. I think it will save me a lot of time, because you will let's say we select this section. So next time I'm going to do something like this. The next song, I'll select a section where as much of the orchestra is playing as much as possible. Right? If there is one section of it is not playing, like let's say everything but the choir is fine, but I will select a section where most of the orchestra is playing, and then I will just gain stage that section, and I will mix the orchestra in that section. And then after that, I can just automate the rest. Because this is, I think we've done it in the wrong order this time, to be honest. Yeah, the orchestra is too loud. Listening to it back in context, I might. By the way, what's the woodwinds? Also, since we're talking about this, let me just expand the sustain, solo the sustain. It's barely doing anything. I'm gonna. It's right there. I'm just gonna copy this here. Okay, and before I check the level, I'm just gonna do a quick EQ. So turn this on and bring it to here. Let's see. Hey, come back. These need some fab filter just for as a dynamic thing. Or I can put it on the group of each one. That frequency, the around 200, 250. I'll just put a dynamic EQ on each group of the orchestra. I can also put it on the entire orchestra, but yeah. Okay. Cool. Theme. Are we done from it? Theme intro. This is very this here is very embarrassing. I should have elongated the tail on this one. Well, an annoying thing to live with. Like this should have been ta-da-da, right? That long. Okay, but because it's the, and I don't think even it's playing in time. Yes, this is very off. That's strange. Everything is fine except this. This is a little bit off for some reason, so I'm gonna... Wait. Let me exaggerate it. Okay, this is better. Maybe tiny bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with it like this. Okay, but now, because it's just this segment, I'm just gonna turn it down from the actual, actually, why do that? It's easier to copy if I needed to. Fourth, let's put it here. Okay, Cubase is officially deciding to drive me nuts. Literally. God damn it, man, what's wrong with you? Da-da-da-da. Okay, again. Let's delete this. Sometimes, I don't know, you can do this and just do this. What's wrong with me? Alright, let's go to, okay, what was the original volume? 0. Okay, -7 is just too extreme. Let's just go to -3. -3, and then we do the same. So again, I just totally forgot that you can do this and then bring it down. Can you imagine? That would have speeded up a lot of automation time. All right, let's see in the song. They definitely need reverb here. 2.5. Okay. All right, let's EQ the Simbasi. Remove this. All right, let's play again. But to be honest with you, it's good that I came with a strategy to deal with this in like the next song or something. Because it's always like trick me, like when it comes to orchestral automation, it's like it's gonna be very very chicken and egg, catch 22 type of thing. Okay. Oh, Nico sees you. You're still here. I actually thought that you left. I was like, oh my god, everybody got bored from my automation. Because I'm not gonna lie, I mean, it is a boring process, right? And it's only if you make music, you'll be like, okay, let's see how other people do it. But if you're not a musician, like imagine if I can see you on Twitch, imagine if a gamer just opened my streams, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, cheers! You gave me a little bit of motivation. I honestly thought I was like, oh my god, I need to do better work to entertain the stream. What am I doing? But this is the problem: is that there are some stuff. I mean, what can you do to make it more entertaining? Dance? Like I cannot like dance while I'm doing this, you know. It's just a boring process. But yeah, I appreciate that you're still here. And do you think like with stuff like this, like automation and stuff? Do you think these are type of stuff like I would do off stream and just keep the exciting stuff on stream, or do you think I should document everything? Because my plan when I started streaming in January, like last month, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I mean, the entire plan was to document everything, like the good, the bad, and ugly. And why? Because it's I've noticed that there's a lot of like content creators about like that, like music content creators that only show the good stuff, but I want to show the side where I'm struggling or I'm figuring out something, or you know what I mean. I want to show like, because I think sometimes you like watch some YouTuber that is, for example, giving you like an amp review, or like amp simp review or something, I don't know, whatever, like a reliable sound library review. And it's very few that shows you the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. And I'm like, I don't think it's a, it's a. I think you could advertise on social media, pull audience through your stream, but this is also that's exactly. So that's what I do. So that's what I do when it comes to like offline content. Like if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of. By the way, I think you are in one of the videos. I think when we talked about the mix. I think if you go to the channel, I think the video that I've just uploaded, I edited last week. Oh, well, fucking hell, YouTube is not opening. But I think the video I've just uploaded, which is mix setup, I think there's our chat when you asked me, hey, do you sidechain stuff? Like, I'm pretty sure it was you. And he was like, do you sidechain stuff? And I was like, yeah, exactly. And we start talking about it. I think, yeah. But yeah, so what I do is I clip stuff from the stream and I put it on TikTok, I put it on Shorts, and I put it on YouTube, like the interesting stuff. But the rest, I just leave it. Like, I think there was also a section in this song where I was doing the orchestration and I was doing the articulations and stuff, and that was also very fucking boring. And I was like, I don't know, like it's just. But I want to document everything. So I'm still learning. Maybe I'll make a decision that when I feel like there are some very intensely boring stuff, I'll just do it offline, and then we'll only do the exciting stuff. You know. Have you thought of short reels? Question mark. So shorts is I do. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see shorts. So some of these long stuff are gonna be shorts, but and TikTok. So the same shorts I post them on TikTok. Also like clips from the stream. So if you go to the shorts tab, but if you go to Instagram, I don't put it on reels. I'm just keeping Instagram right now away from this until maybe a little bit more. Let me just do it on TikTok and shorts when it comes to portrait. But when it comes to landscape, obviously I'm clipping like bigger, like 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes sections and putting them on YouTube as like the landscape ones. Yeah, but I'm skipping reels really. But with the stream itself, when I'm live on the 3 platforms, I don't know. I mean, the first strategy is to put everything like these type of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Just keep going. Growth this will grow 100%. Hopefully, yeah. It's just it just needs consistency, and that's why I was like, I picked like times where I'm like, okay, when can I do this for sure every week? And I was like, okay, Sunday, Friday, that's for sure. I'm planning to add Wednesday, but because I'm not confident I can do it every single week, I haven't added it. Once I'm pretty sure that I'd be like, yeah, I can do every single Wednesday, then maybe I'll add Wednesday as well. But for now, because I wanna like, if I committed to it, it's gonna happen. So I don't want to commit to something that I know that I'm not sure I commit. So Wednesdays I'm not sure, but Friday, Sunday it's like boom, set in stone, right? Oh. Right, let's do some EQ here on the woodwinds. Gonna use the jog wheel just so that this window doesn't disappear. Fantastic. So after I do the automation, I'm just gonna use some fab filter then, but I don't wanna use it now so it doesn't like clog the CPU. So let's see the theme intro, how it's balanced now. Yes, I love it. Actually, I think everything's balanced. The only thing that I haven't played with a lot is actually the organs. So organ here doesn't play. It only plays here. So what's this? I think actually the organ needs some distortion, to be honest with you. So I think what we can do... So it's this one, isn't it? Yes, alright, let's see if we added some push. So we did... a push, but we're gonna do, let's add a cheeky EQ as we're doing here. Turn it on and just go back with the jog wheel. And then I think we need, let's go 24. And this should clean up some stuff. Okay, so the organs here are quiet, but to be honest with you, if I increase, I think they're doing some like a harmonized support in the background. They don't need to be really audible, because if I mute them, I feel like I don't really notice them. I know that they might blend in because they're playing exactly the same notes as the strings and the brass. And again, once we EQ them and we add like the fundamental frequencies for them, we might be able to hear them. But I don't think I really need to, because again, I'm making this track way more busier than the original. In the original, you can hear these a little bit as well. Even in the original, you cannot hear the chords a lot. But with this, because I'm adding a lot of elements, then this is why I might at some points emphasize on the new elements, because that's what I think the listener that knows the song gonna be interesting is like, oh, these stuff are new, these decorations are new. Alright, so what we need to do with this now is just copy what we've done to the other theme intro. So what level is this? This is -4, this is oops, and this is -1. Okay, so we need to go here and make this -1. Let me just check something. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this definitely needs to be -4 because too loud. It sounds good, but I don't want it to eat up the guitars. I mean, you can still hear it here, but it's not eating up the guitar like as it was. So that's done. What do we have here? High strings. What's this? This is 0. So here, what do we have it? Okay. What about here? Okay, cool. So this is at 0. Let's go there and put it back at 0 then. Because there's a slant here that we don't need. This is at -5. Bring it. Oh, sorry. This is here at what's this? -3. We put this at 0. I might just the last phrase, the staccato phrase, I might just increase that. So that's 0. Yeah, this last one. Unless it's already audible. Yeah. Yeah, I think it needs a little bit more. What is the ensemble doing? Okay, so this definitely needs to be increased. By the way, comparing between the Metropolis Arc 1 and the Audio Imperia Jaeger, definitely Jaeger is more epic. Like the Metropolis Arc 1, I know that it's meant to be a very epic library, but I can hear the attack way better on the Audio Imperia. Okay, so where does this phrase start from? Okay, this is, we need to do a little bit of zooming in, and we need to put probably 32. No. No. Yeah, almost here. Alright, right here. Okay, so put a dot and put 3. Oh, freeze it like that. 3 dB. Alright, let's see how it sounds now. Okay, cool. I think it can be more audible because it's just like a few notes, but I really want, like when I wrote this, I really wanted it to be audible. Yeah, I think that's the maximum we can do. Other than that, it should be fine. So we can add what we've done here to the first section. So let's go to theme intro. And where's this section? Starts here. Right, so it's right here. Okay. So this here is fine. Okay. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna delete this so it just can fade down to that level. Boom, like this. Okay, theme intro, that's done. This level is the same, or 0. Yes, this is at 0, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, now we can move to other instruments. So this is right around the staccato phrase. Theme intro or staccato phrase right here. So if we just do, let me just increase sound wave, see what I'm doing. If I put it here, for example, oh, it's good. Cool. And then that's, I think, the only automation there. Other than that, I think the level should be 0, and I'm pretty sure it's 0 here as well. Yes, it is. Okay, so next, horns. Then I think we've done kind of the automation for the entire song, except the first intro, but that's something we can do very easily because it's only fading in. We might bleed that into the next session on Friday. Okay, trombones. This phrase right here, where's theme intro? Okay, it's right here. This phrase, increase sound wave so we can see, and then paste it. Okay, too close to the attack. Go back a little bit. Boom, and I think this is fine right here. Other automation, do we have anything here in the theme intro? We don't have anything. So that's pretty much done. Theme intro, let's see. I still think the choir are a little bit too loud, so let's just very quickly, what volume do we have them here? -5. Let's go -6 on this one and on the same one. Oh, I actually have it -6 here, so this is the one that escaped that. Yeah, so it's only the first one that escaped that. Okay, now is we've got the custom intro and the OG intro. For example, the first thing I notice is that the sustain organ is louder than the other organs, which should be the opposite. So these, because I don't think we've touched these two. Yeah, we haven't. I don't think it has any plugin on them as well. Yeah, it's empty. So if you just literally copy what we've done here, and to the other one with the same distortion push, already got louder, but then obviously now we need to automate the volume. But just to see kind of the balance, if it has the same effect. Yes, so that's good, but obviously the entire intro needs to be louder than quieter than this. So when the drums comes in, it needs to be like there's like the entire song needs to be like there's 2 dB in difference. So this is where I might do something as I will automate the entire mix bus, right? So I'll keep the levels the same, but the mix bus itself will go 2 dB up when the kick hits. So this way I'll maintain the balance and just move one fader of automation. But let's see if there's anything else. First, do some EQ on these. Again, we're just removing the low end a little bit. So let's see where we stand with this one. So I can see that we're touching some of the frequencies like 50, but I think if I EQ it out, it will still be good because it plays within the song, and I don't need that for the organ. I mean, it's just there's one section that plays with it. But I'll keep it here, especially that there's another organ, the Spitfire one, playing the same thing, so that's going to be a massive build-up. 100%. So let's EQ that as well. There is a lot of low end in these organs. Like for example here, this needs to be, the entire mix bus needs to be automated, I think. In fact, because there's only orchestra playing, we can actually only automate the orchestral group, and that would work because there's nothing playing here other than this. I think there's also the production doing some stuff like the risers, but that we can just do whatever's playing. There's literally nothing playing in the production other than one riser. We can just do the volume for that. So instead of messing with the mix bus, all I'm gonna do is just automate the orchestration master a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this here, and so it needs to be 0 at the theme intro, like right here. I'm gonna put 1.5 dB before and 1.5 dB in the very first custom intro. So let's go to, where are you? Master should be in the ad hocs. It should be in input output. And you've got here orchestration master. Let's just expand it so we don't make any mistakes. And let's put it on read. It is on read. All we have to do is just click here. We'll create, I want it to be literally just before the kick right here. Well, that's fantastic. So this is 0. It needs to be, where's the value? The value is 0. Okay, so now at the beginning of this, tiny bit before it. Put one here, and then we'll mark both of them. We'll drop them down. This way we'll create this dip. We want to decrease it by a dB. So that's done. And then we take this upper one and we put it at -3. So let me put this here before the song. Put this at -3. And now we have like a ramp effect if we put this at the same level by deleting it. Now you have a ramp, then it goes up to, so it starts from -3, goes up gradually to -1.5, and then when the kick hits, it goes back to 0. So let's see how that sounds. Okay, it definitely worked with when the band comes in, but I do think that these organs are loud in general. So, because and you would know that because when the harp comes in, it's just like you cannot even hear it. I love this section. Oh, fantastic! Which one? The intro? Yeah, yeah. So in the original one, there is a version of it. I actually have it inside this track. So where is the reference track here? Ad hoc groups. Disabled tracks. Let me see here. Where is? Ah, here it is. Okay, so this is the reference. So this is from Guilty Gear, but not the original one. This is like a modified version that Guilty Gear did. It has some symphony in it. But they add this intro with violin, but I wanted to add it with organ and then introduce violin. So let me show you how it sounds like. So let me unX this and let me solo this. So this is the modified version of Holy Orders, but this is the one that Guilty Gear did, and you will see the difference if it wants to work. Oh, it says 0. Okay, put it back. Yeah, the original one, obviously, I mean, I cannot beat the original one. And as you can see, the intro that they've added is too long. I didn't want to add that long intro, so I took a section of it and made it with organs. So this section... And then I start the song while they also like have another intro, right? But yeah, compare this to, let me just X this. Compare this to my one. Obviously, as I said, it's, as you know by now, it's not mixed, but yeah. As you can see, they didn't have brass. Yeah, so that's kind of like the difference. Not comparison at all. Just no, 100%, 100%. Love the feedback, man. Don't worry about it. I mean, more the feedback, the better. Just so I know that what how people are listening to this as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab these sections. 1 second. Just okay, and I am going to go to here. Where is the lead one? This one, and I'm gonna open the limiter, and I'm gonna put this at -7 because it's too loud. I'm gonna put this as well, -7, and I'm gonna take this section. Let's see now. Yeah, 100%, man. I might join 100%. I actually might end up the stream now because it's 9:30. The more normally I stream till 9, but let me just see if I followed you. Told you what will happen is that I'll get notified, and if I get notified, then follow. Boom. So I gave you a follow. Yes, fantastic. So just gave you a follow. But when you jump, definitely I'll get a notification. Bell. Yes, the notifications are on. Fantastic. Yeah, so I'll just prepare for tomorrow's work. Just need to prepare for tomorrow, and once after that's done, we'll jump in. How long are you streaming for? I think these organs needs to be down. Awesome. I'm still here if you're streaming. Just finishing up a letter. Couple of hours until I finish. Oh, that's fantastic then. If you're gonna stream in couple of hours, that'd be fantastic. But I will have to actually stop the stream now because I've just noticed the time. I really wanted to finish this organ section, but I really want to go. But what I'm noticing here very quickly is that it gets louder here, so I might just like do. It just needs some automation. I don't know why this is louder than this when I wrote it. I'm just trying to remember, and then but this is more consistent. So I think this needs some time, and I don't want to rush it. Right? I don't want to rush it. That's the problem. Like I wanna focus on it. Oh shit. Okay. It's gonna have to be for next stream. Let me just listen to it. I know I'll start creeping up and doing some stuff. Let me see. What I'm gonna do very quickly, because if I don't, I will. Yeah, it's way quieter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut this here. Put it at 1. Cut this here. Cut it here as well. And then just bring this down a little bit. Now, if I... Yeah, first there's a pop. So need to fade this. Okay, now that it's around the same level, I can bring it up and down how I like however I want to do so. The organs are very loud here. No, it's because watching you kind of refresh Cubase for me, just visual at least. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, I much appreciate, man. I'm glad that this adding some value to 100%. Yeah, and I hope you like where we're going with the track. I think next session will be actually more fun because all of the automation stuff will not do. We'll just be focusing on like actual like plugins and mixing and stuff like this. I think it will be cooler, and then it will jump to mastering here. I've got the chain ready, so it's loaded, but it's off. Everything's off. So maybe if we can do all of that on Friday and then finish the track on Friday, that would be fantastic. And what we might do as well is like finish it, and then I would listen to it on multiple sources after the stream, like car and stuff like this. And if there's any tiny adjustments after the master, I'll do them and like just publish the track, and then I'll on Sunday, like today, next week, we will I will show what kind of like tweaks I've done, and what else? And then I want to do a stream where I open the mixing session for the track that I've released, the one that I played to you in the middle of the stream. I want to open the mixing session and just talk about like everything inside, like production wise, mixing choices. I think that would be a very cool session, just to kind of like open a track up and just go through each single channel. Why did I produce it? Why did I write it? Why? Because that one obviously is an original, so I can talk more about like the writing and stuff, and the plugin I chose, and which library, so yeah, that would be cool. I think we'll do that on Sunday, but hopefully we can finish this on Friday because it's taking too long. And normally, if you condense all the streaming, like imagine if I wasn't streaming, I was doing this alone, and I would finish this like let's say in a week or something, because I'll be like boom, 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 boom every day. But because I'm only working on it Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, Friday, Sunday, it's taking longer, So yeah, like because normally I don't touch this now. I'm not gonna touch this until Friday, and then on Saturday I wouldn't, and then on Sunday I will. So that's why I think it's taking longer. But again, I want to document everything because I think it will be cool. Look back at it and see, you know. But yeah, but with that being said, I feel that I'm working on the organs right now. I'm rushing it because I want to like try to fix it before I finish. But I don't think I can. I think I just need to sit down with full focus to do it. So I'm gonna save. Boom. And then I'm gonna end the stream now, but I followed you on Twitch. Hopefully, I'll get notified. I'm not sure if you multi-stream. If you multi-stream, let me know. I'll follow you on the other channels as well, YouTube or Kick, and yeah. In 2 hours, I'll definitely be available. So we'll join in. But yeah, I'm not sure how long you're streaming for. But good luck with the things you're doing. And if everybody's watching us on Kick and YouTube, my counters are wrong all the time, so I cannot tell actually. Like right now, it's showing 0 Twitch, but I know Nico sees you is watching, so it's definitely wrong. Um, I need to control command S tattoo over my 100%. 100%. Um just save every 2 seconds, you know what I mean? Uh but uh, but yeah, but with that being said, I have to shut the stream down. I think we've been streaming for 3 hours and a half. I think Nico, you've joined since the beginning, didn't you? Or maybe 1 hour in or something like this. So thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday. And up until then, if I took any notes of the track, if I, remembered anything, I'll write it down. So when we open the track up next session, we can do it. And yeah, but I hope you have a positive week, good week.